Hello, everyone. It's Bedtime Stories with Groundhog. Okay, Groundhog, I'm going to tell you your favorite bedtime story. Groundhog loves this bedtime story, everybody. It's about a werewolf dog in England. And it's a true story. It showed up at churches for years. Big Rottweiler. It's humongous. And every time they look out the window in the church, this dog would just be staring at him. With fire red eyes, just staring. Wasn't it, Groundhog? Yeah, I know you like this bedtime story. Groundhog just loves this bedtime story. Because she just loves hearing about the big Rottweiler with fire red eyes, just staring at them. And then people would be in town, and they'd be working in their gardens, they're working in a mill or something like that, because for centuries this dog showed up. And then the dog would just be sitting there watching. And then people would start coming up missing here and there when they ran up. Huh? Yeah, I know, that's your favorite story. And some of them, they would meet this girl. And she had black hair, and she's real pretty. And she was the owner of the dog. A big Rottweiler. I don't like saying her name. I don't want to attract you. But people would like get into witchcraft and stuff, and they would summon demons. And this girl, she is a demon. And she would just appear in their life somewhere out of nowhere. And next thing you know, they'd be in school with her or something like that. Maybe they was in college or high school. And she'd be taking them to graveyards, having seances with them and stuff like that. And next thing you know, all of a sudden, this big Rottweiler appeared, wasn't it, Groundhog? Yeah, it's a big Rottweiler. Yeah, just like that. Yeah, it's real vicious like Groundhog, yeah. And had fire red eyes. It was singed the ground. And she would come up to him, and they was all scared, and they was hiding from this dog, right? Humongous Rottweiler. For years, and there was never enough survivors to really tell the story. And she would get in their face, and she would act like their friend, and she would say, "Don't look at the dog 3 times or you die. Don't look at the dog 3 times or you die." And they would try to hide their eyes, and they was crying and screaming. And the dog just singed the ground. And just just something from out of hell. With fire red eyes. And she would just come up to him like, you know, I'm your friend. Don't look at the dog 3 times or you die. But they always looked at the dog 3 times, and they all died. And she would just walk in the woods with the dog. The whole woods would just turn to like fire in the background. She'd just walk right into it like Lily Duck, over and over through centuries. What's your favorite story in the Groundhog? And then the dog would appear again. And they'd get a book out of a library or something, you know, maybe getting into demonic, stories and summoning demons and stuff. And this girl would appear in their life somewhere else, maybe in the grocery store or something like that, when the Groundhog. And she would always get them to look at this big Rottweiler through centuries. And the dog just appearing out of nowhere. It's been killing people for centuries. And they all died. And then she appeared out of nowhere. And the kids, they was like going to college or something. And they was all in the witchcraft. And they all went to the graveyard. She had them, she married one. And then they picked her up, and then they all went to the graveyard for these seances and stuff, right? Or whatever they were doing with the witch. What was they doing, Groundhog? What do you call it? Groundhog said they were summoning demons and stuff. She gets real excited in the story. Calm down, I'm telling you a story. I know. You ready to battle with Rottweilers, aren't you? It's the Rottweiler doggy. And so they was all in the school, right? And this girl just appeared out of nowhere, and so they decided, we're gonna go have this seance in the graveyard. Let's go party. We'll go in the graveyard. And we're gonna kick it and roll some blunts. And then they went and picked this girl up, and then they picked up their other friends, these other girls, and this one boy's driving. And they all started having these things, right? And they was all, and then she started laughing, and she kind of haggling with them, and they was all sitting there, and they're telling, some of them demons and all that. And all of a sudden the dog come out of nowhere, singeing the ground, fire red eyes, just singeing the ground. I look like Groundhog, man. And the girl starts saying, don't look at the dog 3 times, you die. Don't look at him 3 times, you die. And he's all like freaking out, right? Because this big ass Rottweiler, and it's like singeing the ground, just something like out of hell, right? And the fire red eyes, just like Groundhog is right now, right? Yeah, just like that. And they're all freaking out, right? And the dog just comes walking up to him, and she's like their friend, like warning, don't look at 3 times, you die. And she's always like walking, pacing around and trying to get him to look at the dog because the dog's in her nerves. The dog's right by her side. And she keeps warning, don't look at the dog 3 times, you die. And they all did. And they all got in the car and started driving away. So she went in the car. Or no, she was in the car, that's right, wasn't she? Yes. Was she in the car, Groundhog? You remember? Groundhog said she was in the car. Okay, so then they start driving away, right? And all of a sudden, a freaking big ass truck pulled in front of him. And come on, Groundhog, tell the story. Tell the story. Calm down. Tell the story. Okay, calm down. I know you get excited hearing about Rottweiler doggy. I know you like this story. Okay, so then the big truck all of a sudden, pow! Hit him head on. Smashed their car, and they all 3 died. Except the girl, because there was 4 of them. And then the dog went running up to her, and she just walked off in the woods, right? And the freaking woods just turned to fire as she walked into it. Her and the dog just walked together, the dog wagging his tail, right, Groundhog? Was the dog wagging his tail and they all happy? Huh? Was he all happy? And Groundhog says he was, yeah. Okay. Okay, I'm telling a story. I know you like this is your favorite bedtime story. And then, so they all died, right? And they're all smashed up in this truck. They got decapitated probably and everything else. Bastard glass all in them and everything, right? And the truck just totally, the like Jeep thing or whatever, it's like a Bronco maybe, and just totally just disintegrated, right? Just smashed. There was no survivors because nobody ever lived to tell the story. But there was a camera playing. Yeah. So they investigated it, right? Who this girl, because people, I'm not saying their names, I'm saying they're demons. Because this is a true story. So the police officers, they got the camera, the lost videos, right? And they went back and checked it all out and looked for this girl. And she was never in the school. They went back to where they picked her up that night because they video cammed it all, right? They knew her name and all that. And they couldn't find her. Nobody even knew her at the house they picked her up at. And then they went back to the graveyard and the ground was burnt, singed all over. And in the video, she kept warning them all, don't look at the dog 3 times or you die. Don't look at the dog 3 times or you die. Don't look at the dog 3 times or you die. kind of like Groundhog is in there. Don't look at Groundhog, you might all die. Be careful. Be careful. And so they never did find her. She's like she just walked off back to hell. But she's still out there. She's waiting for people to read that book or summon her. Right, Groundhog? Is that your favorite story? Groundhog probably ready for bed, man, because Groundhog always gets like, don't look at the dog 3 times or you die. Don't look at the dog 3 times or you die. Don't look at the dog. Groundhog's great out of hell. And that's our bedtime for the story for tonight. And we give a salute to President Trump, a real American, stand up for America. And Prince of Darkness, Ozzy Osbourne. And hope you all have sweet dreams. And don't look at the dog 3 times or you will die. So, okay, good night, everybody.